So now I think we know exactly what these cards are being used for, that the New York City government is basically giving to some of the migrants, right? A gigantic program, everyone gets a card, 26 or so $million are being basically injected into that system. Everyone gets the card, they get a certain amount of money to basically spend on a monthly basis on food. It's a locked food card. I'm going to go ahead and forecast this here based off of the title of this video here. Money is being used from those cards to most likely flip, right? Just like how EBT has been used and abused basically for the last forever, right? Where somebody will get a $200 EBT card and then walk up to someone who doesn't have an EBT card and say, hey, listen, give me 100 real dollars. I'll give you $200 at the grocery store. That type of thing, I'm guessing, is what's happening here. But let's go ahead and jump into this immediately. Again, it's just an opinion, pure assumption as of right now until we actually see the video. Then we can actually see if these things are actually correlating or not, guys. Name of the video is A Migrant Mom Selling Candy on NYC Subway to Survive. And how I came up with my theory based off the title is, where else are they getting the money from if they're not able to work? They're getting it from the government. And then the government is basically giving it to them. Then they're flipping that money for other things, right? But all right, let's go and check this out. Say suggestion via Discord, guys.
Well, it's become a common sight on the subways, getting approached by someone who's selling candy.
That's right. Many of them actually migrant mothers who carry their babies right on their backs. Jessica Formoso talked to these young women who feel they simply have no other option but to make a living this way.
Down in the subway, it's the hustle and bustle of city life. But among those rushing to get places, moms with their babies. They are young migrant mothers with their little ones strapped to their backs, some too afraid to speak with us. They are down here selling food, trying to make a living in a new country, a new city they hope to call home. But at what cost? Some say they are putting the lives of their children in danger, and they know they are.
Es el peligro bastante para ella, pero no nos queda más que hacerlo porque si no, ¿cómo ingresamos dinero?
In Midtown, we met Maria and her one-year-old daughter, Brianna. She stands just off the edge of the tracks with her cart and cooler, selling water and cups of chopped fruit. Her one-year-old is now mobile, walking, not staying still, in a busy subway station where hundreds are walking by and trains are pulling in and out of the station.
Right. Yeah, this is incredibly dangerous for the kid.
Da miedo y aparte de eso también vienen los policías, nos quitan las cosas porque la verdad que no es permitido vender eso, sino que es lo que se puede hacer con los bebés.
Maria and her two daughters, her oldest, she told us, was in school when we met her, are currently living in one of the city's migrant shelters. About 3 months ago, she decided to start buying fruit at a stand near the shelter and selling it. She spends $50 in buying the products. On a good day, she says, she can walk away with $100.
Se gana lo suficiente, pero por lo que toca salir porque no se encuentra trabajo.
Liza Schwartzwald is the Director of Economic Justice and Family Empowerment at the New York Immigration Coalition.
This really started as soon as asylum seekers started arriving and then found that they did not have other alternatives for working in the formal or the informal economy.
We found...
Yeah, so basically they were doing the same thing. They're doing what they're doing now. Most likely they were doing the same thing in the countries that they were coming from. So, of course, if they're not able to make any type of money, what they're going to do is go back to what they're used to doing in their nation.
As soon as asylum seekers started arriving and then found that they did not have other alternatives for working in the formal or the informal economy.
We found Maria from Ecuador and her one-year-old daughter off the LIE near Van Dam Street. Every day she is out here selling cups of chopped fruit for $5, no matter how hot or cold it is. They walk in the middle of vehicles when traffic stops, hoping to sell out for the day.
¿Qué tan difícil es estar aquí trabajando con la bebé?
Bien difícil.
¿Cuánto gana al día?
A veces.
En un día malo,
así no voy acabando así.
¿siente peligro por la bebé estar así entre coches, caminando?
Sí, no hay con quién dejar.
No le queda de otra de traerla.
Sí.
¿No tiene familia acá?
That's the main issue these mothers say they have. No one to care for their child while they are out here working. Some also fear.
Guys, the reality is the average American has no one that they can call on immediately to watch their kids. Childcare is an extremely, excessively expensive thing in the United States of America, to the point where it may actually equal, or if not surpass, your actual rent in some places, right? The reality.
Have no one to care for their child while they are out here working. Some also fear leaving their child with a stranger, saying they are better off strapped to them because at least they know they are safe.
Often the parents feel the safest place they can be with their children is with them directly because they don't have another safe place to bring their kids. But that's a problem of lack of access to safety.
The city is aware of the issue. It's stepping up outreach in shelters, subways, and across the city, handing out educational materials in multiple languages, including Spanish and an Ecuadorian dialect.
Right. The thing about selling things on the street in Manhattan, you need permits for that. And generally, there are not many of those. Like if you are not a veteran, I think veterans for the most part in Manhattan have the ability to kind of set up vendors without any issues, right? But if you're not a veteran, you cannot sell things on the street. Panhandling in a lot of the, specifically Penn Station, bro, what are you talking? You can't listen. If homeless people can't beg for money here, you can't do what you're doing here. All right, we have rules. I understand you didn't care about the law when you came here, right? But we have rules, right? And in reality, that's what it is, because I feel for him. I get it. But you kind of put yourself in a situation coming to a country with nothing, right? You put yourself purposely in this situation. But let's continue.
In a statement to Fox 5, a spokesperson for City Hall says the health and safety, especially that of children, are always top priorities for our administration.
Absolutely.
Which is why we're expanding outreach to ensure every migrant parent knows about the support available for their children. We are intensifying our work both in migrant shelters and on the subways to ensure school-age children are enrolled in schools and parents know about safe after-school and childcare programs available to kids.
Some of them actually are able to legally work, in New York City, could get a job at their corner store, could get a job doing something else. The only reason they cannot do that is they do not have a place to bring their children.
Outside the Roosevelt Avenue Jackson Heights subway station.
But again, that's not specifically like specialized to the migrants, though. Again, the overwhelming majority of Americans with kids are going to struggle, specifically if these are not like two working household like type parents, guys, right? You're going to struggle with childcare. You're going to have to do kind of what you have to do, right? But you cannot do this.
Is this grandmother, 55-year-old Jacinta, and her two grandchildren.
Si me ayudaran con los papeles, pues yo me voy a trabajar. Porque a eso venimos a trabajar.
She arrived over a year ago from Ecuador, spent 2 months looking for work and nothing, so she started selling waters.
No me puedo morir de hambre.
Now she's selling candy. She brings with her her 6-month-old granddaughter and her grandson. They're out here until their mother picks them up after work.
Si yo tuviera un trabajito, no lo hiciera, pero lastimosamente no tengo.
She says she invests about $120 to $150 in buying the candy to resell. She says she buys it on her own and everything she makes, she keeps.
Un día normal como hoy, ¿cuánto saca? ¿Cuánto dinero puede?
Bueno, verá, yo por decir, ayer yo vendí 380.
Okay, so basically, if she was to be able to make at least that or somewhere around that on a daily basis, every single day, she'd be doing well over $10,000, guys. All right, that's 120. That's over $120,000 a year, basically. 380, because all you need is $333 every single day equates to $10,000 a month generally, which will equate to $120,000. She's making $380, so this is well over $120,000 a year, guys. All right, let's get it.
Mira, yo por decir, ayer yo vendí 380. Para mí es bueno, porque si yo me voy a trabajar por ahí, me pagan 150 el día.
These women are making cash.
Oh, okay. So basically, a little under $5,000 a month, or so, 4,000 something maybe. Let's continue.
Por ahí me pagan 150 el día.
These women are making cash on the spot. For them, that means
no taxes, and no taxes. Everyone else pays taxes. The reason they're able to do this is basically based off of our taxes. We're paying taxes. They're not paying taxes. That feels amazing. Don't you love taxes? Don't you love paying taxes? Come on, guys. This is getting ridiculous now, guys.
150 el día.
These women are making cash on the spot. For them, that means being able to put food on the table for their families. They are aware of the dangers and know it's not legal, but they say there is no other option. I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Guys, like, we already have a massive issue with street vendors in Manhattan. Okay, they're always constantly getting shut down, right? Consistently, all of their things are being taken and been impounded, and then somehow they're back out to do it again because they're making copious amounts of money doing it, guys. All right, I understand, I get it, guys, but what do we do with this information? Right, I just don't like the concept of paying taxes while other people are not. I pay a lot of money in taxes every single year. Okay, a stupid, unnecessary amount of money. I'm telling you. Right? And the last thing I want to hear is someone utilizing the tax dollars that I pay. Okay, to their benefit. Listen, help people if you want to help people, sure, whatever. But if they're not having to then pay back into the tax system after they're basically existing off of it, I don't like the idea of that, guys, personally. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this, guys. They didn't say anything regarding, how those cards were being used. Based off of the person who suggested this video, they say that they basically said to me that the money most likely is coming from the cards, but this video did not kind of say anything regarding it, so we're probably going to go ahead and bypass that statement. I'm gonna leave it in the video, guys, obviously, because everything I record is live. I don't really edit anything out unless they start saying things that are crazy or flagged, right? But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.